The Dynamic Dads class is based on a curriculum called Nurturing Fathers that was put together by a guy named Mark Perlman in Florida. And it's basically a 12-week program to provide support and education on fathering techniques for pretty much any guy who's interested. What I teach in my class is that when we're talking about how to parent our children, what we're actually talking about is how to parent ourselves. People tend to parent the way they were parented unless something happened during their childhood and they've made the decision that they don't want to parent that way, and then they tend to parent the exact opposite. And so a lot of times when we look at parenting issues that people have in their personal lives, when we really look at it, it ends up really being a reflection of something about them. So the class is really about self-reflection and self-awareness and gaining that self-awareness so that when we parent our kids, we parent purposefully. We don't want to accidentally parent. We want to purposefully parent. And that's what the class is all about. Our kids don't learn through listening to us. Our kids learn by watching us and then copying what they see us do. Because human beings learn best through mimicry, to say, do as I say, not as I do, just it doesn't work. Because we don't learn through listening to you. Our kids don't learn through listening to us. Our kids learn by watching us and then copying what they see us do. And so, since we believe that so strongly, we try to model the behavior we want for our kids in our class. So the class, we think you can get more from not judging your kids than by judging them. So in this class, there's no judgment. We walk along, we don't pull you along. A lot of times, when guys walk into class, they've just come back from work, or a lot of times they've worked a double shift, or this is between two jobs, and they're physically and emotionally spent. And I have to really give them props because a lot of their time is very limited, and the time they spend with me in class, with me and the other guys in class, is time that's taken away from their own family time or their own self-care time, and in a lot of cases, work time. So I really appreciate them coming into class. And more often than not, when they walk out of class, they've learned something from me or something from the curriculum. More often than not, they've learned something from each other, or at the very least, they've taken a brief respite from all the troubles that they have to deal with outside, or the stresses they have to deal with work or with their personal situations. So it's great to see when they walk in tired and down and they leave uplifted. Nothing we do in our lifetime will continue. Our children will remember us, so we'll live on in their memory. If we're lucky, our grandchildren. If we're really lucky, our great-grandchildren. But after that, we'll just be somebody's memory. And even that fades away. And then our physical bodies eventually go away and our bones turn to dust. But the one thing that we have, our one legacy that will continue on for generations, 300, 400, 500 years into the future, is the way we chose to parent our children right now. That'll live on.